Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is? Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's turn how we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a wheel. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of BullSittin on TSWS. I'm your host, Loke7, and joining me as usual are these fine people to my left. Starting off with the favorite green screen on YouTube, Cozy Beluga. Cozy, are you feeling rosy?
Yes!
Please tell us why.
I had a productive week, and now I'm being rewarded by being with you guys, fine fellows. Some of you, not Loke.
Oh my goodness. What part of video games productivity did you have?
I've been playing Hotline Miami. You ever discover, like, oh,
Hotline.
So here's why, is because I realized that every time someone buys me a Nintendo money card, I just put it on my account. And I've been doing this for years, but the only thing I usually really play is Animal Crossing, so I never actually checked the store. So I was perusing sales because I was trying to see what day some game came out. But a Nintendo specific game. And then I happened to notice that I had a bunch of money on my account.
Nice.
So Hotline Miami, the collection, was like $6, so I got it.
Well, I mean, nice. What's Luke? Didn't Luke froze? Oh my god.
Why you don't live in Texas?
That's true. Starlink is fucking him up. Oh, he's gone. What have you been playing, Ham?
That's pretty cool. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, Amity, what have you been playing?
A lot of Crimson Desert still. That game still got fangs in me. I've been enjoying the hell out of that game. But that's pretty much it, really. I haven't really had anything else interesting
Jesus.
for me to really want to
Starlink.
play. I wish you could have seen what your face looked like when it froze.
Yeah. That was Starlink.
Yeah.
Every day,
You're
3
got
a.m.
hit with the
That's
hair
the
lifting.
greatest.
It's
But
the
yeah,
greatest. Sorry, go ahead,
nothing too crazy or exciting. Just a lot of Crimson Desert, a lot of solo
Nice.
games.
Yeah. Have you tried Replaced yet, Ham?
No, I don't care about that game.
Wow. Okay. He just came out and said it. He just said
I
it.
said that a
Yeah.
long time ago that I didn't care about that game, and everyone's just really hyped about it. I don't see it.
Aesthetically, it looks cool, but it's also not my type of game.
It doesn't look interesting at all to me.
Okay. Okay. Matt, what have you been playing?
I was
You
mostly
Ah,
the only time I brought up this game is like because it was always getting delayed. Like anytime I heard anything about this game is like, oh, here's another paragraph. And you know what it means when you see a paragraph from a
mm-hmm.
studio. It either means they're shutting down or they're delaying their game. And when you have something anticipating from them coming out, the worst thing that could come out is they say they cancel the game. But I knew Replace wasn't planning on canceling their game. I knew anytime I seen something from that studio, it was just, hey y'all, another commercial break.
How did you know they weren't going to cancel
you,
it?
you thought the commercial break was over? Nope. Right back to commercial break.
Right back to commercial.
It was
But how
fucking
do you know
hilarious.
that? How do you know that they weren't going to cancel it, Ham? Well, like, where does this
How did I know?
certainty come from?
Because they obviously cared about this game enough and had it going with Xbox and they had a lot of like cool talking points every time they talked about it, but the cool talking point was also overshadowed by it being said that it's delayed.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I never looked
Guess
at it
what?
that
We
way.
got a little bit. We got a little demo for you guys,
Yeah,
and
all
it's
the time.
delayed. That's what
Here's
the
another
last
tease.
one was. The last time they came out with the last time they came out with some news, they're like, "Hey, you guys, guess what? We got a quick chapter you could play. You know why? Because it's delayed."
Here's another tease. I thought it
They
was
were tickling
vaporware.
people for a while,
Yeah.
but I'm happy it came out and the people are enjoying it. I mean, IGN took a dump on it right when it came out. But outside of that, I mean, a lot of people seem to be in. A lot of people that are looking forward to that game are enjoying that game. I'm just not one of the people that were looking forward to it.
Thanks for bringing up the IGN review, Ham, because that was embarrassing.
That was
everything
a real
IGN,
dirtbag thing to do.
everything IGN does is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, did you guys see the Mouse PI review?
Yeah, the game's not. It's a 6 out of 10. This FPS game has too much shooting.
Yeah, too much
Oh
shooting.
God.
Too much
Like
shooting in a shooting game.
like they're just a fraud publication full of fraudsters that stink.
Bro.
They,
Like,
it almost seems like it feels like they went from my childhood as to, you know, when I was young, and I mean, IGN's been around for a long time at this point, right?
yeah, I think at least
Yeah.
2 years. I think at
Like,
least 2 years.
Yep.
when I was young, IGN was like, I was like, man, I'd like to work for somebody like that sometime.
Yes.
They were a pillar in the community that you look up to, but they've slowly turned into what do they call it, the Enquirer?
The
I mean that
Inquirer.
exists. That
You,
that, that,
you,
that
you
is.
you know what I'm talking about? Am I
Yeah, the
saying the right
National
thing?
Enquirer.
Yeah.
It used to be
Yeah,
called.
where it's kind of like it's news, but it's more or less talking points or not really news, but just about something relevant. And that's kind of what it feels
And they
like
have
from them.
access. And
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they still
yeah,
have
yeah.
access.
And they have all the access in the world, right? And it's
Yeah.
just
Way too much
it's
access.
so irritating to see, man. It's so irritating to see. It's like it feels like I'm watching high school like dads that are, you know, watching their sons get hired to commentate for the NFL. That's what it feels like. It's just a bunch of random people just saying stuff. And hopefully the stuff that they're saying is like jaw dropping. It's not even that it helps. It's just jaw dropping.
Yeah.
It's antagonistic. That's what it is.
It's
It
lying in many cases. In the case of
yeah.
Replace, it's just flat out lying. I mean, but no
And
no morals. so it doesn't
Uh,
matter.
I appreciate you guys not lumping me with them anymore. I
Well,
appreciate
and it's not even that I want IGN to go away. I just want them to kind of do
Get
a
better.
kind of full reset of who they think they are. I'd like them to come out with some sort of structure. They have no structure, so everything that they come out with just feels kind of meh. Like I don't know whether to trust it or not because some people, because there are people there that do a damn good job, but they're so overshadowed by garbage, and the garbage is what is in the headlines.
all the
So it's just
time.
it's too bad, but it's also kind of a mirror of our reality because we tend to vibe with the bullshit more than we do the real shit. So yeah.
I mean, the thing that people have to remember is IGN was only like this great editorial piece ever if you had a very low bar.
Wow,
I don't think that's fair.
that's a lot, Cozy.
It was never like where you'd go to get to like, get, the best news. It
I
was just the
always
most
thought Game
successful.
Informer was better.
Game Informer was better.
Yeah.
IGN was just
Well,
like
the
coolest
magazine was
kid.
a lot better, that's for sure.
Wait, who?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Game Informer magazine is what he's
Yeah,
saying.
Game Informer. Well, the reason
Yeah.
it probably wasn't even as popular was because it was legit better material. IGN was always like the cool
Always in
kid
the
being super loud and therefore
surface level
the best.
articles, shorter articles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
if
Informer was
that's
always like the nitty gritty, the details.
yeah,
IGN was never that.
5,000 words
Yeah,
for a
like they'd
review.
have like an art, like
So
3-page
hold up, Cozy.
article.
Are you trying to tell me that I outgrew IGN?
Yes. IGN was always for the dumb kids.
I think a lot of
God
people.
damn. Well, I wouldn't even say dumb. I'd just almost say like prior to going to college level.
It's for kids. It's like because what gets kids' attention is stuff that like big headlines, like controversy. That'll get your attention. That'll get adults' attention, some in many cases. But like, it's just for some people, myself included. I really don't fuck with what they're doing.
I'm so glad you brought up Game Informer because I didn't even think about the fact that Game Informer it would have like detailed several page articles just about like just gaming stuff that I never
Yes.
really got from.
Yeah, Game Informer and
like
Game
IGN.
Pro, if you remember Game Pro as
Game
well.
Pro was
Yeah.
good too. Game Pro was good too.
IGN
Those
was
were-
just always popular, and I think
Yes.
the general thing is because it was popular, it also a lot of the criticisms are like feel like you're just now noticing it because they were always like trend news type. They were always leaning towards trend news. And the thing you have to remember is half of game journalism isn't real journalism.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Cozy
just
It's
took him
just
down
editorial
even
pieces.
further and called him MTV. This is nuts.
Yes,
They kind of are.
They're
They kind of
entertainment.
are.
They're entertainment news, so it is not real journalism. News is different from journalism.
He
I'm
called him
gonna-
MTV. Like, let's cut to the chase. He
Like,
called
Yeah.
him MTV.
it's like
So
different.
what
It's
is
sort of like-
GameSpot? VH1?
VH1.
I don't even know what GameSpot is.
Yes. I
GameSpot
would
is
say.
even worse than
GameSpot
fucking
is terrible.
IGN.
The worst thing about
To be real, they're terrible. GameSpot sucks.
That's too bad. I haven't been keeping up
GameSpot
with
is
them.
actually the National Enquirer.
GameSpot is real bad. They'll just say something just to be inflammatory completely. Like, I almost feel like they're worse than Kotaku. Kotaku is like fucking almost like Comedy Central. For how serious I can take them.
I can't take. I don't know if they're serious or not. But the thing to remember is a lot of these aren't
Kotaku's
actually.
tough.
You hear like they tie themselves to the word journalism to make themselves sound more credible. But then you're like, is it really journalism?
It's
We don't
not.
call like
No.
movie critics journalists.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember how many times GameSpot had to remind me that Starfield wasn't that great.
Yeah.
It was like every
They did
day,
it like repeatedly,
for a
like
year. There were
every.
some articles coming out like a year later, and you were like,
And also,
No,
yeah,
Koji. In the space of like 3 months, they would have an article every few weeks.
like in the
And
first
and Ham was highlighting it. It was bad. It was
in
pretty
the
bad.
in the first week they kept like they made their initial article about their review, and then in the first week they just kept every day like, here's our
Re-uploading it.
article, here's our
Yeah.
article. It's not that good. It's not that good today either. And just like yesterday, it's still not that good, and we think it's still not that good. So just check out our article where we tell you that it's not that good. It's like, okay, you can shut up. You can shut up.
that's not real journalism.
It's not. It's just a guy. It's just a guy who doesn't like Starfield, which is like fine, but like, shut the fuck up. What are you doing? Do your article and move on. What are you doing?
There's not much investigation in the gaming network, which is why I keep saying that Jason Schreier is the Michael Jordan of video
There's
game
no-
journalism.
there's no Michael
Because
Jordan of
who,
video game-
Who
okay.
is he competing against? Like he's the only one still journaling or journalism.
Hey,
But
hey! You want to hear some real cool Michael Jordan stuff he said recently?
Oh shit!
That you know, PlayStation is gonna stop supporting PC. We're still waiting on that.
and also look by that metric, he's the Michael Jordan and Brian Scalabrine of journalism because he's not competing with anybody. He's everyone. He's everyone
There's
of
no-
gaming journalism.
Yes.
So,
The,
like-
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Yeah. I'll give him the Brian Scalabrine because he is the guy to show up to the court and say, "You haven't been there. You don't understand."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then
I'm
just
close.
leave.
He's the guy who's like, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. That's
Wow.
that's Jason Schreier.
Wow. Okay. On that note, Matt, what have you been playing? That was a great analogy.
I mean, that was literally something Brian Scalabrine said to some guy who's playing pickup with. Like he's playing
Wrong?
basketball. No, he's not wrong at all. He's playing basketball with some random guy on the
yeah.
street, and he's like, the guy was talking shit, and he's like, dude, I'm like barely trying, and by the way, I'm closer to LeBron than you'll ever be to me. So, like, calm down.
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to smoke him, looking like a guy who works at an auto body shop. But
Yeah.
he can do that because he's fucking Brian Scalabrine. But
I honestly think Schreier is closer to Dylan Brooks than he is. Michael
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say he's better than Scalabrine. I would say he's Dylan Brooks.
well, I was covering the
Point.
gamut of like Jordan all the way down to Scalabrine.
God damn.
Dylan Brooks is somewhere in there, but
No,
it's
Dylan's
a
way
big-
better than Scalabrine.
yes, he's in the middle. But
Yeah.
as for what I've been playing, I mean, honestly, Starfield, and a lot of Forza. I'm really waiting for
Forza?
Horizon 6. A lot of Forza. I'm really waiting
Forza?
for Forza Horizon 6. Forza Horizon 6. Also,
Okay.
some positive stuff non-gaming. I did hit a goal on my weight.
Here we go.
which is awesome. I'm now the lightest I've been since I was like, I don't know, 23. So there's that.
Maybe you should go get some sun.
Big dubs in the chat.
Go get some
Big dubs in
sun.
the chat.
Yeah, maybe you should go
man.
get some sun. And
Get what?
get some sun. Your melanin's low.
Yeah, my melanin's low. Yeah, it's true. That's honestly, Ham.
He's
Fuck
the
you.
lightest you've ever been.
Fuck you, because I just put that together in my head. Also,
guys
that was good actually. I didn't get it until literally just now. That's the problem with that. But Starfield and Forza and like mini Forzas,
Forza.
like you can keep saying Forza like we're building a fort. We're not. It's
It's
Forza. It's for it's. Where's the T? Where's
Never
the
mind.
T? Spell it
Never
out for
mind,
me.
mate.
Can you spell Forza for me?
Never mind. Never mind,
All right.
mate.
I
It's
just wanted. I just wanted to. Because if it's Forza, it's Fortza, right?
All right, Matt.
No, it's Boza.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I mean,
You're making it
not
worse. You're
much,
just making
not
it
much
worse.
really. I played
Look
Replaced
at it,
also.
solid 7. Pretty good.
Oh, dude, can you imagine if they give it a? They probably will. It don't matter.
You probably will.
No, they
Um,
did. Just rewind a little bit. You get it. You get what you get.
Oh no, that's about Forza.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I was also
That's a
talking about
7 too. Incoming.
dude, come on,
Probably.
come on. There's
But
no
yeah, I
way.
played Replaced. I got like 6 chapters on Replaced. That's really cool. Um, I don't know. I'm just waiting for Forza Horizon 6 at this point, and then 007 next month as well. So
The 6 chapters that you've played so far, is
yeah,
it a 7 out of 10?
fuck no, it's not a 7 out of 10. I was very excited for this game, and honestly, it's quite a bit better than I thought it would be. I thought, here's the thing, I was very excited for this game, but I'm gonna be real. I thought my thing was, I'll boot it up, I'll say, wow, this looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'll play a couple of chapters, and then I'll be done with it.
Uh-huh.
And that is not what happened. I think my longest session on it was like 4 hours. I played from like maybe longer, from like chapter 2 to like chapter 6. I might be past 6 at this point, I'm not sure. But it's a fun game. It's a very fun game, a very stylish game. I love the art style. I think the combat's very good. The story so far seems to be very good. Although I generally my brain turns off. This doesn't help my reading thing, like my reading argument that I was making earlier. My brain turns off when everything is in text.
Yep.
But it doesn't with this game. There's certain games that it doesn't, and this is one of those games where it doesn't, and I can maintain focus and remain invested.
Okay. Cool stuff. So, let's just get into the news. Xbox has
Oh
decided.
no, what'd they do again? Oh no.
Relax, man. Relax.
Another
Xbox-
L week for Xbox, am I right?
Before we get to Xbox, goddamn, man. Goddamn, relax. Before we get to Xbox, welcome into the chat, everyone. Fuzzy is playing the Terran Armada stuff in Starfield last night. Good stuff.
Nice.
Blind
Okay.
Giant says, I'm now known as YN Blind. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing, but all right.
He's because he's like 0.5% African or some shit.
What?
He's saying he's a YN now.
Okay. I'm gonna need some evidence, Blind. I'm gonna need some evidence because your
He
point.
did an ancestry thing or something.
Lord have mercy. Did you guys see the video on YouTube where someone sent like dog DNA? Like they swabbed a
To
dog.
ancestry?
Yeah, and then they got like positive
You're a
results for like
you're a
urine.
poodle. Congratulations.
No, like the thing did not say you're a dog.
What'd it
That
say?
was funny shit. It was like a distribution of like European,
Dog's European.
some Asian or whatever, and it was just funny. It was funny.
Asian
Uh,
European dog.
Rachie, welcome in, says, just came to say hi. They invited me to a dinner at the highest tower of El Salvador. Okay, Rachie, have yourself a good time, brother. I hope you come
Enjoy.
back. It would be nice. Blind says
Yeah.
it's 5% African.
Excuse me. Excuse me. No, we were making jokes like you can say 5% of the word.
Right. Anyways, Xbox is
A few more years and he'll be an RN. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. Give him 10 more years. He'll be there.
Oh my god. Alright, Xbox is cutting Game Pass prices and removing launch day for Call of Duty games. So starting today, Game Pass Ultimate will cost $23 or £17 per month, down from $30 or £23 per month. PC Game Pass will now cost $14 or £11 per month, down from $17, no, $16.50, uh, or £13.50. Xbox stated that Call of Duty games will no longer be made available on Game Pass Ultimate or PC games on day one, and will instead be added during the holiday season, which is the year after. Existing Call of Duty games already available on Game Pass will continue to be available. This marks a surprising policy change from Microsoft, which paid $68.7 billion for Call of Duty parent Activision Blizzard in 2023, and fought a years-long legal battle against regulators focused on the future availability of the franchise. The price cut comes shortly after Microsoft's newly appointed head of gaming, Asha Sharma, told employees that Game Pass had become too expensive for consumers. Just 6 months ago, Microsoft increased the price of its top Game Pass tier by 50% to $30 and £23, and Tuesday's cut doesn't represent a full reversal of this rise. Commenting on the news on Tuesday, Sharma wrote, "Game Pass Ultimate has become too expensive for too many players. We'll keep learning and evolving Game Pass to better match what matters to players." Chat, L's or dubs in the chat for the reduction in price, but not the full reversal. Ham, what are your thoughts on this price change?
You sure you want to know, bud?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, first, I got to start out with something that's pretty fun. Because I didn't quite understand what I was looking at for a second.
Oh,
And
I see.
I was like, is that Conor McGregor?
It is. That's Connor. Moving very naturally. No kidding. No kidding. No kidding. No, I think I saw the highlight of that actually happening yesterday. Well, that's definitely not AI.
No, but here, I'll just use this post. I don't give a shit. I know it's from some weirdo. But anyways, where'd Loke go?
I don't know. The screen's all huge.
No.
Oh, he
Okay, there we
disappeared.
go.
There you
No,
go. Anyways,
I was definitely still here.
Oh, you're
Go
here.
ahead.
It's just you're not on the screen. The
I'm not on
screen's
the
like
screen?
huge.
he is now.
I don't mind. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, there we
okay.
go.
But
There we
anyways,
go. We're good.
of course, I just thought it was fun to bring up that, Xbox does something good and it's still not good enough. I mean, that's the way it looks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, right here it reads Xbox Game Pass before a new COD game was $16.99. When first COD game launched, it was $20. When the second one launched, it was $30. Now COD games are getting taken away from Game Pass, and it's going back down, but only to $22.99. My question back to you guys, because I know you asked me this question. And what up, Plume? I see you in the chat. Good to see you, brother. My question to you guys is this good enough for you guys? Or do you think this isn't good enough? Is Call of Duty not being in there a problem? I mean, obviously, Cozy doesn't care. So, I mean, Cozy, if you want to go first and tell me what you think of the price lower and if it's good enough to you, and then I want to hear about what Loke and Matt think, because they actually do, or Loke plays the missions for COD, but Matt plays it depending on if he likes it or not. What is your thought about just the price going down, Cozy?
I am always going to, like I said, I was comfortable with 30. But I'm always going to enjoy paying less. I'm not someone who's going to be like, yeah, I'm happy to hand over more money. I'm not. I was
Yeah.
fine with it, but I'm not going to willingly part with my money. And the other thing is, yeah, Call of Duty is taken out, but I don't think I don't think it's that much of a problem. I don't think it honestly would have added that much value for a lot of players because people are going to sink a bunch of time into Call of Duty. Probably aren't going to be the kind of people that are very what's the word? Very adventurous gamers.
Yep.
All right, Matt, Logue, either one, go for it.
You want first, Loki? You want me to go first?
No, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
So lowering the prices, I'm with Cozy. It's whenever you lower the price, especially in 2026 on anything, that is good. $30 for a subscription. Like, also with Cozy on this, like I would have paid it. I wouldn't have loved it, but I would have paid it. But also, I use that subscription more than any other subscription. But the fact that it's $23 now, I'm happy with that. More than happy. Getting rid of Call of Duty, listen, I don't care, really. I mean, like, with Black Ops 7, I'm at the point with Call of Duty where, like, I don't even want to see it in my library. And the problem with Call of Duty every year is that it was in my library because it was in Game Pass. So when I go to games and shit, it's like, here's Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I don't want to see that. Get it out of my library. And it's unfortunate because there was a time where I really liked Call of Duty, like during the 360 generation. And even some of the ones this generation have been pretty damn good. But like, I just don't care at this point. I saw people who were like saying things like they removed the biggest game. Here's a hot take. I saw somebody say that they removed the biggest game. They're removing the biggest game from Game Pass, or phrased like they're removing the biggest Game Pass game out of Game Pass. And my whole thing was, I don't think Call of Duty is the biggest Game Pass game. I think it's the biggest game Xbox has. I don't think it's the biggest Game Pass game. I'd feel pretty comfortable saying Forza Horizon is the biggest Game Pass game.
Not Minecraft or Grounded.
Well,
Everyone
no.
buys Minecraft.
Yeah, everyone buys Minecraft.
Minecraft is one of the most sold. Is it not the most sold game?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure it is.
somewhere
It's like
around
the
there.
most sold. Everyone. I own Minecraft on several platforms.
Exactly.
When Cozy
Big
owns
bucks.
something. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
okay.
And-
Even knowing it was on what you call it, I still own Minecraft.
Game Pass.
Exactly. And that's exactly my take with Call of Duty. Nobody was subscribing. Like, a minuscule amount of people were subscribing to to Game Pass to play Call of Duty. A minimal amount of people. Like, they thought it would be a lot, but the people who are playing Call of Duty, who are hardcore into Call of Duty, it's their game every year. They're buying it.
Yeah, it's like FIFA
They're-
fans.
They're buying it every year. It doesn't matter if it's in Game Pass. It doesn't matter if they have Game Pass or not. They're buying that shit. So, like, I guess occasionally you'll get someone like me who's like, hey, Black Ops 6 was good. I'll play Black Ops 6 in Game Pass for like 2-3 months, and then I'm done with it. Black Ops 7 is terrible. I played that in the beta, and I was like, don't ever show me that shit again. Me and Ham tried to play, and Bill tried to play the campaign, the co-op campaign. It's just, shit was horrible. I don't want to see it. And anybody who wants to play that is buying it. Microsoft probably knows that, and they're like, well, why are we putting it in this service if it's not going to help the service, and we're going to lose some sales on it being in the service? Why not just take it out of the service, lower the price of the service, and then make people buy the game that they were going to buy anyway?
Yeah.
So it's honestly a win-win for them because they get the good PR of lowering the price, especially this year when prices are not lowering for anything ever. And then also, you're still getting $23 a month out of people for Game Pass Premium, or not Premium, but Ultimate. So it's a win-win.
Okay, Loke.
I think two things can be true. I think it's possible to say it's great that the price is coming down, but it's also possible and and called for to also point out that yeah, this is still the boiling frog phenomenon, which is we're still paying more than what it
Yes.
was before.
Yes.
Like, I think that neither position is negative or incorrect at this point. Yes, we celebrate, but also we remember. That's my point. That's my take from it.
Okay, so to go in reverse order, and then I'll answer last. I want you, Loke, to first tell me, do you think that this is a slippery slope? And how slippery do you think it can be? Or do you think that at a point there will be more than just Call of Duty being taken off of the day and date titles from Xbox first party?
It's I think it's definitely a slippery slope. Past performance informs future results. The reason Game Pass was always so valuable to everyone was because of the original promise. The original promise from Game Pass was if it is an Xbox owned IP, it's going to be on Game Pass day one. That was the original promise from Phil Spencer and Xbox. I'm guessing that's probably one of the reasons why Phil Spencer had to leave because they were about to break down one of the core tenets, one of the core promises and guarantees that they gave us with Game Pass at the very beginning, and it wouldn't look good with a whole bunch of people throwing receipts in his and Xbox's face. Now they can kind of be like, no, it's Asha Sharma that came in, and
Mm,
she needs to change the whole culture, and it's her job to change everything, and she felt like and then you have two people bickering or two sides bickering of the Xbox fan base or whatever, which is people talking about, yeah, but that's what Phil promised, not Xbox. But for me, I hearken to the same thing I've always said: corpos gonna corpo. There's not one corporation on the planet that is anyone's friend. Not Xbox, not PlayStation, not Valve. None of these. They all are different variations of how can we make you part with your money, and that's all it is. So yes,
for sure.
this is definitely going to be a slippery slope. Expect more game. Expect this to happen with more games in the future. I wouldn't be shocked.
Do you think that this could happen? And I'm just asking. I just want a quick yes or no on this one, so then I can go to Matt, because it is a slippery slope, and and it's kind of it's fascinating and kind of terrifying at the same time. But shout out to Mr. Bushido in the chat. It's been a while since I seen the brother. But anyways, I was gonna ask
Rashida!
you, do you feel like that this could happen with the next full version, like next iteration, not this upcoming one, but the actual next full iteration of Halo?
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. I think it was gonna happen sooner. I think there's gonna be Xbox exclusives next year that are going to have the same treatment.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. All right, Matt. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my camera. Anyways,
Yeah.
Matt, your thoughts on this being a slippery slope, and do you think that quite possibly the next Elder Scrolls might be one of those games that isn't exactly
No.
free day one on Game Pass? Or do you think Elder Scrolls or the next Fallout or the next mainline Halo game, do you think any of those games fall under the category of we're gonna treat this like Call of Duty?
No.
Call of booty.
Uh, I don't think the slope is that slippery for real. And like, you mentioned Elder Scrolls and Fallout. I guess those are kind of, but like also they really don't have anything that's as big as Call of Duty in terms of making them money. So like, so I can see why they would do it with Call of Duty. You mentioned Halo when you were talking to Loke. I don't think they're doing that shit for Halo.
Halo.
Halo's going into Game Pass. Halo's not like if they take. Here's what's gonna happen if they take Halo, like with what they did with Halo Infinite and
Mm-hmm.
what how they kind of ruined quote unquote ruined trust with how they supported that game. What's gonna happen if they take Halo out of Game Pass is it's just not gonna sell. It'll sell to like the hardcore Halo fans that are left, myself included. But like, it's not going to sell enough for them to be like, God damn, that was worth taking it out of Game Pass. It's not going to sell like that. So that'd be the
I kind
same.
of agree with you, man. I feel like Halo's kind of a Game Pass tent pole.
Like, yeah, you need that in Game Pass. It's the same for pretty much anything they put out that isn't Call of Duty. Like, as big as Elder Scrolls will be, it'll be huge. It's not as big as Call of Duty. At least not that initial hit of like sales of Call of Duty. Obviously, Call of Duty, like by the time the next year comes around, they're on to the next one. The one previous stops selling. But like
I could see
that,
the next Elder Scrolls doing that though.
I don't see it at all. I really don't. Same for Fallout, and I would argue Fallout's probably, yeah, definitely at this point bigger than Elder Scrolls. But same for Fallout. I don't see it happening for Fallout. I don't think it's that slippery of a because like those three franchises are the biggest. Well, Forza Horizon obviously are the biggest four franchises that they have. I don't see them doing it for anything but Call of Duty, and anything under those three. If they don't do it for those other three, they're not doing it for anything under that.
Well,
If
then,
it,
what do you think would be worthy of what they're doing with Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. That's it.
Like, obviously, I'm asking you that question to get a different answer.
There isn't one.
Okay, so nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
And I'll say this.
Okay.
Real quick. I'll say this. If they're gonna do that with any game, I think at that point, then they're saying we'll just do it with every game. At that point, like if we're like Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, if Elder Scrolls is like, hey, we can't launch this day and date. If that's the conclusion they come to, I fully expect them to at the exact same time say day and date is done. I don't think it's going to be a one by one basis. It's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
Fair enough. All right, Cozy. Slippery slope. How slippery do you think it is? Do you think there's a game that can do what Call of Duty does, or do you feel like that is kind of just a one-off? Do you think the
I
next
think
Diablo could do something like this,
I
or
think if
WoW?
there were actually a game that was going to. I mean, WoW. WoW is already not in Game Pass.
Yeah, I know it isn't, but do you? But I don't know. I guess that's already a subscription too. There's no
Yep.
real
Yeah,
buying that
WoW
game.
is not
So
there. I
redact.
think if one game actually wouldn't, I think it would be a next Diablo.
You think Diablo could be that game?
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's
They
interesting.
just basically do a whole keep Blizzard out of this.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that would be something. I do think like when you talk about like Elder Scrolls and Fallout 4, I think the difference overall for those games are those games will they'll have a good initial launch, but they also have surprise like in modern gaming they have great tales.
Yes.
Like people will still be buying Fallout 4 and we see them still buying Skyrim. Like how? Who doesn't have it?
Yep.
But so I think it's possible, but I also think especially with some of those games that aren't like necessarily like Call of Duty's kind of lifestyle, but some of the games that aren't necessarily lifestyle, you'd get people who would be dedicated to playing them, but not necessarily leaving but not necessarily enough to buy it, but they wouldn't be the kind of person to unsubscribe from Game Pass because they'd be like, well, I need this time to finish these games. And RPGs are kind of useful for that because You're like, well, I'll stop once I finish this game or another game. I do think, Matt, what you said earlier about Forza being a Game Pass seller, I think that
Yeah.
would be the kind of game that's like big enough, but a lot of people aren't really dedicated to racing games, but it's like also the type of game that would get people excited because generally
Yep.
speaking, you'll see a lot of people talk about it. They don't like racing games, but
Yep.
they get a lot of mileage out of Forza.
That is true.
Shouts out to what you call it, Mike. I mean Matt for getting me Forza Horizon 5 because now once
Hey.
they get rid of it,
Yep.
I'm gonna have
Next
it.
next year, I think.
Next year, it's gone.
I think
forever.
it's a year after the new one releases. I think. I could be wrong about that.
But yeah, that's my opinion.
All right, well, I guess that kind of is the answer from everybody, so I guess I'll go. So I mentioned the games I mentioned for a reason. I do think it is a slippery slope, and I for sure, for the most part, think a game like Halo would stay in just because that's like kind of a Game Pass tentpole type of game. Like if Halo's not in there, then what are the other games kind of really doing in there? But I could totally see it happening for games that they know are gonna sell that people have been dying and waiting for forever. So although it may not be as popular as a Call of Duty, I could see them doing some sort of maybe shorter wait period of time, but still some type of wait period for your Fallouts, your Sky, you're not Skyrim, but your Elder Scrolls, and I'm starting to think that they like there's gonna be a majority of games day one in Game Pass, but they're gonna maybe, and this is a big maybe, start being able to have enough production going on to where they can say, hey, this is going to come out maybe a month or two or maybe the next quarter or something like that for the next Diablo or the next, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're going to do that with like Clockwork or something like that. But like games that have sequels that are super duper popular, I think could fall into that being a habit in the future. Maybe not this year or next year, but I think a few years down the road, that could definitely be more likely. But yeah, thanks for giving me the floor for a little bit to ask that question because
But
I was kind of interested in what you guys had to say about that.
Heavenly, I got a question back at you regarding that.
Oh.
You'd have to
Okay.
think about like, and I'm pretty sure they're thinking about this. What the gaming landscape even looks like by the time Elder Scrolls comes out, much less Fallout.
Yeah, who
5.
knows? Dude, I'm gonna be like 45 when Fallout 5
We are
comes
going to
out.
be old by the time either of those games come out.
I'm gonna be in my mid 40s, dude.
No, I don't think it'll be that damn bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be. I'm 32. I'm gonna be like 36 when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Yeah.
That is possible.
And then Fallout 5, you gotta figure. Sure, they got plans for it, which is good. They got a little head start. I'll be probably 42. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a while away. It's 10 years. And that's optimistic.
Generations out.
See, I think I think that's maybe a little too ridiculous. Personally,
Okay. What do you
How?
think? What do you
personally,
think, though?
I think that might be a little too ridiculous because that is assuming they've done nothing for the game at all. Yeah.
But are we assuming that when they started working on Starfield, or when they announced Starfield, are we assuming they had nothing in their head for Elder Scrolls 6?
Well, I mean, they had to have something, but I think
Exactly.
they'd be a lot further now than back when Starfield was being conceptualized and put together. And
Sure.
what I'm also thinking is being more used to, and I mean, this is also kind of a goofy thing to say because Bethesda isn't super great at this, but being more used to the tools and having the backing of a much larger company than ZeniMax before on their own, I feel like they should have the ability to push things out quicker. And then on top of it, these graphics and stuff that they're working with now, I feel like they're going to be much more accustomed to than they were getting to this spot that they currently are. Like, no one's dying to get 8K going, right? So there's
No.
no
Yeah.
new resolution boom that's been happening for the last few generations where it's like we're moving from one resolution to the next resolution to the next resolution to the next resolution. It's like we've now had the same resolution for a few generations, and it's seemingly not to say that it's getting better in every aspect, but they definitely have more tools at in their tool belt, like AI and stuff like that, that could help them get things done a lot quicker. So I don't know if I'm thinking I'm gonna be in like 47 years old playing Fallout 5. Or I just don't see that.
I
Think about their games that aren't like a remake of Skyrim. They've had huge gaps. Like Fallout 4 is already over 10 years old.
it's about to be 11 years old this year.
And then the next game they had after that was, I mean, I guess they had Fallout Shelter.
It's 76, I guess, but that's not a mainline
Fallout
thing.
76.
Like,
But their next full game wasn't until Starfield, and before Fallout 4,
was
it
Elder
was
Scrolls.
yeah, it was Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
And once they hit that, like, Fallout 4, then it was Starfield, and they haven't had anything. And I mean, I give them grace because Starfield wasn't too long ago,
Yeah.
but
They do take their time.
they take their time.
And the thing is, they also, I think they're one of the at least for me personally, they're one of the studios that take as much time as you want, quite frankly, because I'm still playing Skyrim. That game is 15 years old. Me and a lot of people, like many people, are still not only just playing, but a lot of people are still buying Skyrim. So it's like they make the kind of games that you can play for 15 years while you're waiting for the next installment in that series. So like if they need to take 5, 8, 10 years to make something, I know I'll be playing it for that 5, 8, or 10 years.
All right.
Slow
You go freeze. No,
Okay.
No, I'm still here.
He's being introspective.
No. Just let's see the comment section. $30 Game Pass just had no chance at working out. Something had to go. It needs to go lower, in my opinion. They still need to say how low can you go. Bill, welcome in. Says he's gonna tune in when he gets home.
Woo woo.
Bushido. It seems they want to keep trying to grow Game Pass. Only possible way that happens is if they decide to kill Game Pass. That's not impossible, but I don't think that's what they're doing yet. They're going to kill it eventually. I think we can all agree that they're going to kill it.
I don't think
Eventually.
they'll. I think if they're gonna kill it, it'll be in the way that we know it. Remember, like I said, if they take out another game that isn't Call of Duty from day one, I think they'll take out everything
Yeah.
day one. That will be the quote unquote killing of Game Pass. I think the service will still be there. It'll just be whatever that Game Pass premium tier is. It'll just be that.
That's fair. That's fair.
You want to read something interesting, Loke? I can give you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want me to send it to you via a message, or do you want to read it off the screen?
No, go ahead. You can put it on the screen. It's fine.
There you go. Go ahead.
We are
Oh my
experts.
god, I cannot see a damn thing. Send me the link.
Yeah, you might need a link for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from a friend of the channel, Hazador. So
Hey,
shout
haven't
out
seen him in a
Hazador
bit.
Gaming. But this actual letter is written from, I mean, maybe, but
What do you mean, maybe?
from Matt and Asha, right?
From who?
Matt and
Matt and
Asha.
Asha.
And I sent it to you, Loke, so you should be able to see it.
All right, well done.
There's 2 pages to it.
It's written by Matt Bot and Asha Bot.
Yeah. The the bot twins.
Wow, the Salvadoran team makes me want to watch football. Anyway, dear team, Xbox has always been different. We started with a simple idea. Games should bring people together through shared experiences. No, that's not how it started, but okay, let's go with it. Let's go with it. Quote, that led to the first Xbox in 2001, Xbox Live in 2002, and new ways to connect, from friends, lists, and achievements to parties and play across devices. Today, Xbox reaches over 500 million players around the world, with some of the most important franchises in entertainment. From the beginning, Xbox was built by people willing to try things that others wouldn't. For anyone that doesn't know what an oxymoronic statement means, right? So this, I'm sorry, I just stopped reading the letter. I just want to point out how ass backwards this statement is, right? In one sentence, they say some of the most important franchises. We reach 500 million players around the world with some of the most important franchises in entertainment. Statement A. In the very next sentence, they say, from the beginning, Xbox was built by people willing to try things that others wouldn't. All right, franchise, right? Franchise, and then trying new things. It doesn't work. Like, one does not fit with the next one. This is why things like Pragmata is such a big statement in gaming, because if you look back, all the big bangers in the last few years, it's always been quote unquote franchise remakes, fucking sequels. Like, no one has an original thought anymore. My brain just quickly overheated there for 2 seconds. Apologies to everyone that is irritated by that, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. It and the sentence is like back to back. It's not even like in different paragraphs. They're right next to each other.
Loke, you are
Anyway,
crashing out.
I'm
Like,
sorry. My bad. Let's get back.
okay. I mean,
Let's get
okay.
back to. Let's get back
You
to.
might die.
I was just
Bro.
like we didn't get Avowed or South of Midnight, or like they haven't done anything new or nothing. It's
Anything
just
good? Anything good?
yeah. I
Anything
guess
good?
South. Yeah, I guess South of Midnight was trash, right?
Too many people didn't think it wasn't. It was. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can we
that's what
get something
that's
new? Can we
that's
get
what
something
matters
new?
most.
Listen, I'm sorry. Well, don't bring up 500 million players around the world that are reached and engaged, Matt. Don't bring up the fact that we're
So if
satisfying
I
all these other people.
so if
But
I
then
was
we
one of
make
those,
games, but then we
okay,
make these games that only
okay.
satisfy 10% of the people that we reach.
But
It,
ten
but
percent of
by
500
implying,
million is still 10% of 500 million.
but when you point out 500 million, you're implying
Without that 10%, it's not 500
satisfaction.
million.
You're still implying that you're reaching and satisfying 500 million. You're not.
You are though. If they have 500 million in your ecosystem, you are though. You are. They're there for some reason. They're not there because they fucking hate it.
We're there because of Game Pass. We're there because of Game Pass.
Okay, what's in Game Pass?
A bunch of Xbox games.
Like what?
Like
South of
Midnight.
this.
Matt.
Okay.
Just like
Alright,
South of Midnight. Matt.
Just curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah,
That's all.
but we just
Kill.
got done talking about
got
Minecraft and Forza of like that. This is what people are actually getting the service for. We just got done talking.
Yeah, we
about
did.
it. But,
We did.
But we're gonna sit here and pretend that no, South of Midnight is cracking numbers.
No, I'm not.
we
I'm
about to
saying
do
that.
this.
I'm saying that
We're
people
about
are
to
playing
do
South
this.
of Midnight. That's what I'm saying.
We
Less
just
than
got
1,000.
killed, too.
Less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000. You're saying that less than 1,000 people on Earth had played South of Midnight.
I'm saying the numbers on Steam said less than 1,000.
That's Steam.
That's
Steam doesn't have
Steam.
Game Pass.
Nobody. No. Exactly.
I think
Nobody.
I'm extrapolating.
No,
That's
it's
like- That's
We-
insane.
We do that all the time on this show. None of
No,
us has
that's- the reason that's
on
insane-
any of these facts.
I mean, sometimes we're wrong
Especially-
on the show. Sometimes
That's
we're wrong
like-
on the
it's
show.
not insane.
Sometimes
It's
we,
like- it's
sometimes
like saying-
we're wrong. Yes, we
Yeah.
can
What's
disagree
insane
on that,
is,
but there's no
Yeah.
like solid facts to say that no. This extrapolation is.
I can give.
The reason that's insane is because we're talking. It's like we're talking Whole Foods, and you're talking about. Well, no one at Save a Lot buys organic.
Exactly.
I'm not American, so I don't understand that analogy.
No one
And
buys the thing.
Don't
No one
start
buys.
with this.
Okay.
Don't start with the Texas thing because now we're having an actual discussion.
No, it's basically you have to look like so. If you were going to play South of Midnight, you're largely, and you have access to Game Pass. You're not going to go to
Steam.
Steam. You're not.
Like,
What do you mean
why
you're
would you?
not?
Why would you go?
Because
Why would?
you pay extra? That's why you wouldn't.
Okay,
Well-
I went to Steam.
Because
Do you have PC? Do you have PC Game Pass?
Yes, I do.
That's
Did I buy
fucking
South of
insane.
Midnight?
And here's the thing.
Did I buy South of Midnight? Yes, I did.
And here's the thing: most people aren't doing that.
most people don't
No.
part so easily with their money. Most
Yes.
people are cheap.
I don't part easy with my money.
You just
Apparently you do.
Yeah.
No, but
You
South
just
of
said you
Midnight
did.
is fucking
You
amazing.
literally just said I part easy with my money, and then you said I don't part easy with my money.
No, no. South of Midnight for me was like a seminal experience.
Sure.
Like I will remember my.
Then what are we
playthrough of
talking
South of
about?
Midnight. No, dude.
Are you one of the
we're
500
talking
million
about-
players?
Matt, we're talking about subjective preference and objective reality.
Fuck me.
I am the guy
Okay.
that loves Football Manager, but I know
Yeah.
no one is breaking the internet.
But
when
they
Football
keep making
Manager-
it.
Let me finish. No one is breaking the internet when Football Manager gets announced for Game Pass in November.
They still announce it every year.
They
though.
still announce it every
No
year. It
doubt.
still comes out. You're still
Yes.
playing it every year.
Yes.
If they released a number and said, "Hey, 1 million people play this game,"
See,
you're
as
one
soon
of
as
the
they
million
release a number,
people.
As soon as
Look,
they release
look,
the
look,
number,
look.
as soon as they
What Matt
release
is
the number,
saying-
man, I'm
What
satisfied.
Matt is just simply saying is Game Pass is essentially Walmart. And whether you need a plum every time you come shopping here,
Yes.
you probably only buy plums maybe twice a year. But guess who has them there every day?
Yes. You
Walmart.
can get the brown eggs or you can get the white eggs. You're at Walmart buying eggs. That's it. That's all I'm saying, Loke.
You're allergic to eggs, but your friend is staying for the weekend and would like eggs.
Exactly.
Guess what Walmart has? The thing
Eggs.
that you never eat.
Exactly. That is all I'm saying here is that it counts. You're still part of that 500 million. Whether it was one person or 100,000 people or 100 million people who played that game, you're still part of that 500 million.
And guess what?
That's it.
that shitty egg company is gonna plaster all over the internet that we're sold at Walmart, and we're proud because Walmart's one of the best companies to be sold at.
Yep.
That's a fact.
enough.
Whether it's a good egg or not, that's just a fact.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Going
There
back to
we
the
go.
letter. Quote, we placed a consumer bet inside an enterprise company because we believed gaming would define the living room and we were at risk of missing it. That spirit has carried us through the last 25 years and it is required to carry us forward. Players are frustrated. New feature drops on console have been less frequent. Our presence on PC isn't strong enough. Pricing is getting harder for people to keep up with,
Facts.
and core experiences like search, discovery, social, and personalization still feel too fragmented. Developers and publishers are asking for more too, better tools, better insights, and a platform that helps them grow faster. All right, this sounds excellent. This sounds
That was
excellent.
phenomenal.
Yeah, this sounds like they picked up any random Xbox YouTuber's channel. This sounds like they listened to Matt's channel for a week and they're like, what's wrong with Xbox?
It
Anyways,
also sounds like Loke is over the last paragraph.
I am over it. I'm over it. At the same time, a new generation of players is coming online with different expectations. Free games, free games, free games. Their time is split across games, media, and everything else competing for attention. They expect more content in familiar places, want to shape the worlds they play in, and want to create and socialize together, not just play together. These changes are happening as the industry reshapes around us. Console remains large and stable. Windows now represents more players and more hours and is increasingly where competition is most intense. Players have access to more games than ever, even as the cost and time to build blockbuster titles continues to rise. Shut the fuck up. It's your fault. The prices are going up. This is completely under your control. Putting pressure on what gets made and how risk is taken. Some of the biggest recent hits are coming from small teams. Exactly. And they don't have the money that y'all have. Some of the biggest recent hits are coming from small teams or even single creators in places like Roblox are producing are producing experiences that rival
Jesus.
major franchises in scale. More players are also choosing subscriptions and services as their primary way to play, with expectations set around instant access, ongoing value, and libraries that evolve continuously. The industry is becoming global and competitive. More than half of the market's revenue, players, and growth are happening outside of our core markets, but the rest of the world is not just a large market. Developers there are increasingly competing with the most established Western studios, combining scale, speed, and a willingness to reinvent genres many once considered mature. The model that got us here won't be the one that takes us forward. I want to pause there for a minute and congratulate Xbox. Like, they ain't done nothing. They haven't done anything. But just throwing this out into the universe, just saying the quiet part out loud, respect to Xbox. Anyone have anything to add here before I continue with the letter?
Sure.
Continue. Prove that you can
What
read.
does oh, fuck off. Oh my god, she got me. She fucking got me. Anyways, what does Xbox become in the next era? X I'm sorry.
See, you
I'm
can't.
sorry. I need a
Damn.
minute.
Why can't you read now?
He's out of
Dude.
sync.
Dude, I'm super
God.
sad that I missed that.
Listen, the delivery. I'm serious, dude. She nailed it. The fucking delivery. Respect, Cozy. That was hilarious. Shit. Xbox will be where the world plays and creates. We will build a global platform that connects players and creators everywhere. Console is at the foundation, okay? Delivering a premium experience, and cloud brings that experience to any device. You can play where you want, and your games, progress, friends, and identity stay with you across console, PC, mobile, and cloud. Notice they said console is at the foundation. So someone is getting the hint. Someone is getting the hint. Quote, Xbox will be built to be affordable, personal, and open. We will offer flexible pricing so it's easy to get started and keep playing. We shall see. On this one we shall see. I don't have much faith, but we'll see. We'll see. Because it's not in their hands, right? They still have to source the parts and whatever. We'll see. The
Well, it kind of
experience.
is in their hands because they're part of the reason that the prices are going up.
Yep.
Yeah, but the prices are going up regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're also
But
like
they're a big proponent as
they're a massive proponent of it, like a
like
huge proponent of it.
who needs all of this RAM for their data centers?
Xbox.
So
Microsoft
like who
specifically.
needs all the extra
Yeah, Microsoft.
GPUs and all these different handshakes with all these different companies? It's Microsoft, it's Xbox, it's Windows, it's all the same business.
PlayStation.
So like for them to say we need to like make this affordable and you to say, well, that's not really their problem, it's the market's problem. My thing is they're a fat nasty chunk of the market. So,
Yeah.
so if they want to take a loss on something because they see a W in another direction, of any company out there that is in gaming, they're the ones that can do that without getting hurt as much as Nintendo would, as much as PlayStation would. This is why you see them step forward and do things first, fall on their face, keep going, and then all of a sudden PlayStation's doing it. All of a sudden Nintendo's doing it because it's like, oh, they finally figured out some sort of way of making this functional. So if anyone's willing to take a loss or even get close to taking a loss or have any sort of control over the numbers that people are given, it would be Microsoft if it was anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody else has to kind of follow suit in the sense of, is that actually a good idea? Let me watch and see what happens with Microsoft. They are the test.
And for me, what I'm saying is, again, my point goes back to what I always say about these fucking corporations. Ham, when was the last time we saw a corporation put out a new device and take the L in
The
the name
Series
of
S.
Yeah, the Series S,
The Series
well,
S.
maybe not the Xbox One, but like the 360, shit like that, like the original Xbox.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the Series X also,
The Series S, the
and
Series X,
X,
and
and
the
X.
market was and X,
Yeah,
and the market was markedly different
it was. But
when those
yeah,
came out.
it was.
As soon as the madness of the current generation hit, everyone has just been increasing prices. So again,
Yeah.
to my point of past performance informs future results. When was the last time that a company took the L? They're all they're all trying to not take the L anymore.
So to that, I'd say again, if what they're saying is true, which remains to be seen, but
Yeah.
if what they're saying is true, I would say they could price the next Xbox, or it sounds like Xboxes. It sounds like at, I don't know, pick a price. Like we were talking like $1,000. They could price it at 800. They're taking a loss on that. That's still expensive, but they could, in theory, do that. They could, in theory, price it at 900. They could, in theory, price it at whatever fucking number that they want to price it at. But like we all kind of firmly agreed, about $1,000 probably. So if it comes in under $1,000, the probably, and it's as powerful as the Magnus chip or whatever the fuck it's called is supposed to be, they're going to be taking a loss on that. A pretty big loss on that. Are they
Okay.
going to do it? We'll see. But if they do, they will be.
Okay. Quote, Xbox will be built to be affordable, personal, and open. We will offer flexible pricing so it's easy to get started and keep playing. The experience will adapt to you, letting you customize how you play. Help PC, letting you customize how you play, helping you find what you love, and connecting you with the right people. And we'll be open to all creators from individuals to the largest studios, giving anyone the tools to reach a global audience and keep their games growing over time. Our new North Star will be daily active players. Huh. We will execute this through four priorities: hardware, content, experience, and services. I don't know what experience means here. Hardware, content, and services is clear, but experience, I don't know.
I would imagine that means giving the people who are playing a good experience, a reason to come back.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting letter you shared with us there, Ham. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
With what you were saying, Ham, it's kind of interesting because it's true. Um, you've seen we've all seen like the how everyone's kind of playing their hands close and playing it conservatively, and the scary part is it's not really addressing the issue or fixing the situation. Uh, so it's kind of interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what Microsoft means with this plan for the Xbox. They've already hit on affordability. We've already seen how much inroads they've made into cloud infrastructure. Uh, and it'll be interesting to see which ways they can create games that will engage other new players, younger players, while keeping the old still satisfied.
Speaking
Yeah.
of keeping the old satisfied, before you go to the next topic, Loke, I just wanted to throw this out here. Idle Sloth had a post saying Asha Sharma announced that Microsoft is returning to using Xbox for its gaming division instead of Microsoft Gaming. Xbox needs to be our identity, said Sharma, noting that Microsoft Gaming was a departure from that. Microsoft has now plastered the return of Xbox slogan on their walls of its Xbox offices this week, along with great games and future of play. A new Xbox logo has also started appearing on Microsoft's campus this week, which is this picture right here.
That's good.
Yep. Shiny.
That is
Yep.
good. That's exactly because Microsoft Gaming, it's been around, but really
Sounds
Xbox
like
as a
nasty work.
solid gaming division has always been kind of like has always been a more solid choice for a solid gamer because your average consumer wants a product that they can identify and see as
Yes.
something. Microsoft, I don't know, there are games that they've published, but whenever I think Microsoft Gaming, I honestly think Flight Simulator, which I guess is cool. But
Sure.
I think about that failed store. I always think about that failed store.
I think about Excel, Teams. I
Yep.
just feel like it's just another one of those kind of like apps, but
Yeah.
like having the shtick of Xbox still being there, it just kind of reminds you that hey, there is something of substance here, not just I don't know. Just the way Microsoft Gaming alone sounds just is
Yeah.
it's very kind of washed out.
Business. It sounds like
Yes.
business and no fun. Whereas Xbox, we already know you can be a lot of gamers consider it not that seriously, but it's gaming.
Yep.
Xbox is nothing outside of gaming. Microsoft is very has a very corporate sound. And yeah, this separation is good. Like most companies, they'll have like this end of like, PlayStation is Sony's, but Sony doesn't go around saying, "Oh, PlayStation, Sony this, Sony that," outside of for everything PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a good change. Definitely a good change.
All right, look, I took it over for a little while, but it's back
Uh-oh.
to you, bud.
Giving it back.
Oh,
No,
then he
now he's
leaves.
gone.
Game Pass prices and removing launch. Oh shit! Sorry, my bad. Xbox
Say, we already
Oh, he
talked about
can't
that.
read. He's getting
Xbox
prompted.
confirms it's re-evaluating exclusivity as it shares future mission statement. Huh.
Yep.
In a message sent to Xbox employees
Can you put
globally.
that on the screen, Luke?
No, aren't you sharing your screen?
No, I just went back to yours.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, in a message sent to Xbox employees globally published on the company's website, Sharma and Chief Content Officer Matt
That
Booty
booty.
laid
The
out.
goat. The goat. No.
Yeah, Matt, you have no idea how much
Rocket
Luke was
everywhere.
stalking that booty until he realized it was a sir.
Oh
Right?
my God! The pair said that the new
I
North
heard you
Star
got
for
some booty on
Xbox.
your team. Let me get in it.
Luke was
The
incredibly
pair
disappointed.
The pair said that the new North Star for Xbox will be daily active players and indicated they would execute a new plan via four priorities: hardware, content, experience, and services. Notably, leadership team claimed that along the way we would reevaluate our approach to exclusivity, windowing, and AI and share more as we learn and decide. So while the letter makes no firm commitment, it indicates that Sharma is listening to Xbox players who feel the platform has lost value due to Microsoft's decision to bring its first-party games to PS5 and the Nintendo Switch 2. While there are signs that the strategy has been successful for Xbox, Forza Horizon 5 alone is estimated to have sold more than 5 million copies on PS5. It's possible it could consider adding value to its console by implementing timed exclusivity as it's done with the upcoming Forza Horizon 6. As it continued its push towards becoming a multi-platform business, Xbox released 6 titles for PS5 in 2025 with more planned for this year. However, it's been inconsistent with its release strategy, with some games arriving late on PS5 like Indiana Jones and Avowed, while others were released on day one like The Outer Worlds 2 and the upcoming Fable. It's less clear what the leadership's comments could mean in relation to AI soon after her appointment. Before we get into the AI, let's talk about exclusivity. So we're still unclear, but what would you guys prefer? Do you guys think we can put this genie back in the bottle, or is it done and it's going to be exclusive? It's going to be non-exclusive moving forward, and just timed exclusivity is the best we can hope for moving forward.
Can I answer that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't care. Do I have access to the game? That's like my whole thing is like, sure, the exclusivity part would bring more of a kind of a wrapped around identity to it. Sure. I don't disagree with that. But I'm thinking for myself as a consumer, and like to be honest, them making money anywhere other than just my platform isn't my problem. It's just like saying, "Oh man, I don't want that Snickers to be sold at Target. Don't do that. I won't buy Snickers if it's at Target." Like, no, dude. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, where it is, as long as it's available here. Now, what I would like to see, what I think would be cool, and they're kind of already doing that, which it's available in Game Pass, right? That's a big proponent for me, right? If I was on PlayStation, I would have had to buy every single game that you just got done talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not all those games I'm super interested in playing, but I get the opportunity just to play it just because I'm on the Xbox platform. So to me, that's a win alone. Um, me, I think it would be cool and it'd be kind of old school esque. But if you're asking me what my benefit is of it, it's nothing. Outside of pointing at other people and laughing and saying, "Oh, you don't get to play this," there is no benefit to only me getting that game. To be real. But for Xbox's benefit, so let's not talk about my personal benefit. For Xbox's benefit, when you're trying to garner more people to get onto your platform, I do think exclusivity does help in that sense, right? Because then you're asking people to go somewhere else than they're comfortable with to have your game, which I think is fine. Do I personally care? Not exactly, because it doesn't matter to me. But if you're trying to get more people into your ecosystem and you're tired of people making fun of you and saying there's no reason to get said thing, in the business aspect, it makes sense for Xbox to do it. As for all of us consumers, it doesn't do anything for us.
Yep.
So, like, it's good for Xbox, and I think that they probably should do it, especially for this whole identity that they're talking about with the return of the Xbox and the return of the feeling. Maybe not do that with all of your titles, but as staunch as they've been to correct people lately, and I had this on a post on Twitter, I was like, they were real quick to correct somebody like Nib when he said that this console will probably not need like he essentially said that this console is like a chip in any of the third party platforms, being whoever makes PCs and stuff like that, Dell, Asus, all those guys could just buy that chip and then just make a console of their own, and there won't be a first party console. Well, Jason Ronald popped right into his comments and said, "Nope, it's going to be first party console."
Oof.
Done.
I didn't see that.
Well, that happened. And then also, Asa
Yeah.
Sharma popped up on Jez. Jez said, Asha looks like she's shutting down the mobile store for Xbox. That's not happening. That's not seemingly going to happen. Asha popped up real quick and said, Jez, no, we're still working on that. Everybody's been talking about exclusivity and ain't nobody correcting nobody. To
Are you
me,
saying
that alone is interesting because they've been extremely
vocal?
cautious with the way that they talk about that. And sometimes they're like, hey, we're still going to hook up everybody, but they don't tell everybody what they're hooking them up with. But then when everybody says, oh man, Xbox should bring back exclusive, they don't say, no, we ain't. They just let people keep talking. Compared to all the other things that they said, no, that ain't happening. They ain't do that with exclusives. So I'm kind of interested in. I do think there will be a few exclusives here and there. I'm just wondering, what do you do at this point? What do you make exclusive at this point when you already turned it around and said nothing is going to be exclusive anymore?
Yeah.
Like how do you turn it back? I mean, I think you probably should, if you want to attract new customers in your new ecosystem with your new console. You probably should do that. Maybe it's a little too late with this generation, per se. But I think possibly next generation, maybe they don't go 100% exclusive with the games, but they make you feel that exclusive time period. Like
I mean,
how long Starfield came to PlayStation. That took a long time to finally come to fruition. And if people know that, hey, this is going to come, but it might be a year or two, some people sure will wait. But there'll be a lot of people that don't want to wait if it's a big enough title. That's the key, is it has to be a big enough title and it has to be baller enough. Like, right? Like there are people that go out just to buy a PlayStation for like the Last of Us game or something like that, right? So it has to be of that type of nature, like a God of War type of thing. So
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they have
I just
any
don't know how
game
they
that
do it.
that. I don't. I think that's the fundamental thing.
Yeah.
With God of War, I don't think uh, I don't think they can, because I mean they'd have to have that type of game, and then people are where they are, and I think that's the problem nowadays. People are where they are. I think they
Yeah.
have the benefit though of having games that people will play for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Like they have a good niche in that they have a lot of games where people spend a lot of time in them. They don't just play it and move on. They just sit there and actually I think most of their games that they have are games where you can just find one of your favorite flavor. But I will also say this is why they need Viva Pinata. Not gonna let it go.
No.
How much do you guys think these new console prices are gonna reset the market though?
I don't think they will.
In,
I
Like
in
think
what in
problem
what
is the console
sense?
market is still not growing.
like
It's
reset the
not.
way people look at value.
Well, that so like when I said earlier, we fully expect this to be $1,000, and
Yeah.
my
At
thing is like
least.
1,000. My thing is like 1,000 minimum.
Yeah.
So like, if the PS6 comes out and it's like, hey, we're charging $1,000, but Microsoft does want to take a loss to build some ground, and they go, okay, well, we're gonna sell ours at 900 or 800. That would be a value. The problem is because people on console, like, you're just conditioned to be like, are the console's $500, or even before last generation, like $400. Like the PS4 was $400, and it was an outrage that the Xbox One was 500. So like, it's just a matter of convincing. You have to be able to convince those people that $800 for this is actually a value, because most people are going to see $800, whether it's 800, 1,000, 1,200, or whatever. As long as it's over 500, most people are going to see that and say, "Why the fuck am I buying that?
I don't need this.
Yeah, I don't need this."
Oh, well,
So
but
like,
like, but what I'm trying to say is like, you put both a PlayStation 6
yeah,
and then you put the Xbox Helix next to each other, and they're both $1,000.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. When I go to the store and I buy something for $300, I have kind of a ceiling on, you know, like if I go into the store and buy a TV for $300 or $400, when I get home and it doesn't have all the features, I'm like, sure.
yeah,
But if I go to the store and buy a $1,500, $2,000 TV,
Yeah.
it better have the motherfucking features.
sure,
But expectations.
So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's just like, and that's what I mean by reset, because I feel like when you're getting up to these higher crazy price points that are double of what the last generation are, and it's still Ford versus Chevy, I'm
The
not
problem
sure if
is
I'm
your
trusting my Chevy like I trusted it last generation. 'Cause
problem
now I'm like,
is
yo, y'all are both mad expensive now. So yeah, I'm comfortable with what I've been rocking with in my Chevy, but I want to know why this other thing thinks it should be this price if it had such a tough time the last time around. Why does it think it can still compete?
the problem is you're thinking of this from a enthusiast perspective. You're not thinking of it from the perspective of your average Joe gamer who bought the last PlayStation, so they buy the next PlayStation. Xbox, is it still a thing? That's their perspective. Most people aren't even going to be. It's just not something you complete. You see that you bought the last one. It worked for you because what did you play? You played
Hmm.
all the same basic games that you played before. And you know what you're going to also see? A lot of those people are probably at a certain price just going to stick with the PS5.
Yeah.
Sure, but you could have said that after the PS2, and that was the most selling console of all time.
The
The
thing is there was
360 was still eating them cookies.
the thing is that was in a very different gaming perspective where you actually saw
Well,
a
that's
lot
what they're
more
talking
games.
about now. They're saying gaming ain't the same. Even back with the PS4 and in Xbox One generation, or even this current generation, they're still having problems selling games, and they're still having problems finding a new audience to sell to. They're just selling to the same people.
The difference was they were actually growing back then. The growth has gone. The growth is gone. The market, it's like there are new innovations that were still happening from PS3 to even like PS4. And then what? What's the difference between a PS4 and a PS5? What can the PS5 versus the PS6? And the problem is a lot of the stuff that gamers do is there's nothing meaningful. Like 4K was the big thing. Like it looks prettier. At some point, that's a diminishing return. And so you have these people who are like a lot of people who are like going to be and have already been like, my old stuff is okay.
Yeah.
So the best a lot of these companies will be able to do is to find a nice little niche and just be okay with that little niche.
A
And
shrinking
I
niche.
disagree with that. Like like I see where you're coming from, but I think that we have lived in a world where 100 years ago, some of those companies are nowhere near around anymore. Your
yeah.
Mitsubishi TVs, your Toshibas, like all these things that were like a sure bet in the 90s are dead right
That was
now. So like
what I'm saying is
to think that just because little Timmy bought a PS2 and he's an adult now, he'll never change. I don't know if I buy that.
no one cares about the person who was a kid in the 90s. That's the problem. Like you can't these you're we
Well,
are the
then if
age
nobody cares
gamers.
about the nostalgia, then why would they care about the new thing
Because no,
caring
no,
about
I'm
their
not saying
nostalgia?
nobody cares. I'm saying in a perspective, you want a new set of customers. You want a future set of customers. No, in that realm, nobody cares about the person who was a kid in the 90s. You're not relevant. You're already buying the shit. You are not relevant. You don't matter. You're just they're just doing what they can to keep getting your money. The problem is there are people younger than us that they need to figure out a way to sell to, and that's who they're not selling to. The
Yeah.
average age of a console gamer is only going to just go up, not because gamers are getting older, not just because gamers are getting older, but because they're not getting a lot of new younger gamers who are buying into this hardware, who are buying into these systems,
Buying into these
But I
models.
think a lot of it
buying
has
into
to
these
do with.
models.
But I think a lot of it has to do with the purpose of said device more than it has to do with just the device in the genre that it's in. Like, for instance, there's like there was a big change for any sort of Mac equipment once they reinvented something like an iPod or something like that. it found a lot of usefulness for people, and they built upon that, and that changed. Like everybody that was BlackBerry said, "Fuck BlackBerry." They threw that away so fast. If y'all remember the early 2000s, BlackBerry, everybody had a BlackBerry.
Everyone.
But
Yeah.
once the new thing came out and and it made enough sense, people ditched the BlackBerry so quick, and you can't even find a BlackBerry right now. And that's my point. Is like, if it's useful enough, people will say fuck it.
That's true, but also it's a matter of like, is it like for me and you? It's definitely like it's useful enough, but is it useful enough for everybody? For like the because in that thing, to Cozy's point, in that article, like they were talking about like an entire generation of gamers that just weren't like they that weren't their audience, and they have to figure out a way to make them their audience. And it's like they've already got us. I mean, I'm
Right.
speaking for myself. They've already got me. I know that. So it's like, and also I guess we'll find out for sure whenever the prices are revealed for this thing. Because again, if it's one of those things where it's like $1,000, your whether it's like I get it, the market's different. Like things cost more now. That is what it is. But also, whether that's true or not, at $1,000,
$1,000 is still $1,000.
you're a niche product at $1,000. And I'll say the same shit. Like just because more people buy it, I'll say the same shit for PlayStation. At $1,000, you're a niche product. It is what it is. The PS5 Pro at $900 or whatever shit it is right now, that's a niche product. It's the way it is. So it's like if they said they're going to try to be affordable, so it's like I'm interested to see what that means. And a time when prices have almost doubled. What is affordable? What does affordable mean?
Well,
So like I'm interested to see what that means, but also like if I don't know if they announce, like I said, if they announce the price and it's that, it's I can't imagine they're gonna have this grand illusion of like, okay, now it's all fixed. Like now we'll really start to get this younger because the younger generation isn't gonna jump into your console, which is a PC by all accounts, or maybe they will, depending on how open it is, how actually open it is. But like at $1,000, if we're talking like a console, they're not gonna be jumping into that. They'll just be like, why not build my own PC if the prices aren't still fucked at that point? We'll see. But like, I don't know. I'm kind of with Cozy on this, but I see what you're saying. Like, I I don't know. It's a tough call, really. It's a tough call. I just think it's kind of niche, depending on the price.
yeah, that's gonna be the key thing. Uh, Bill says exactly. Will be able to afford that on a broad level. I know a lot of people that work jobs and only make 1K every 2 weeks. Who can afford that thing? The rich? LMAO. That's true. That's true.
Also, something that I think.
Yeah, but we also see everybody walking around with an iPhone. We know damn well not everybody can afford a fucking iPhone. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
iPhones. You can get a decent
I'm
iPhone.
just saying. I mean, we want to talk about people that are walking around with things that they can't afford. Just go outside.
You can just finance.
I mean, just
You can
look,
easily
you
finance an
see
iPhone on a
somebody,
cell
you
phone
see
plan.
somebody driving a
Yep.
car that they can't afford, rocking the phone that they can't afford, wearing some shoes that they can't afford. Every day,
You
you
can
see that.
finance an iPhone, and they've already. Apple actually has said the same thing, that there's like a fall off in people buying the latest devices. They aren't buying the latest devices. If you want an older iPhone, what, you spend $200? Way less than the console.
Yeah. It's also like one of those things of the classic argument of like, I mean, you don't need an iPhone, but you need a phone in some capacity.
Yeah, you do need a
You
phone.
need a car in some capacity to get from. I mean, depends on where you live,
And you
transportation,
want a
whatever.
reliable car.
Yeah, like so, like
You'd be surprised how many people that ain't like that got a 17 today.
sure, but like compared to like My point is like
It's
compared to
$15
gaming.
on your whatever on a T-Mobile plan. It's like $15 for AT&T.
We can make all the loopholes we want. What I
That's
said,
what-
what I
less
said, they
likely be
got
willing
it.
to finance a console.
They got. Are you
Cozy, they're
kidding me?
already financing
Man.
consoles in the
Yes,
UK. They're
but your
already
average
doing
person
it.
is
doing
not
that.
willing to do that. Your average person is
And we sit here like that's stupid. Who would do that for a PS5? Meanwhile, people are doing it.
No, there are people who are doing it, but I'm saying is your average person is not doing that. That's why if
At
there
what
were,
point are we talking about people anymore? Because every time we talk about something, it's not your average people.
your average
Who are
person,
these
that's
people
what I'm
that are
saying.
just not
Most
ever
people aren't.
doing this stuff? Then?
If their sales
Because
would be a
the
lot better
people
if
that
more
walk into
gamers were
Best Buys
financing.
and something like that look pretty fucking average to me.
No, their sales would be a lot better if more people were financing them.
A lot of people are financing them. Are we talking about iPhones?
Not iPhones. A lot of people finance iPhones, but a lot of people aren't going to finance a console. There are going to be some people do, but a lot of people aren't because it's seen as an excess luxury. Console gaming for a long time has
I
been
agree
the
with that, for
luxury
sure.
gaming.
Yeah.
Has been the luxury gaming. That's something that they've had to figure out, have to navigate in a world where, it's become even less affordable.
But my whole thing is people are doing that already. That's my point. Is people are already doing that, and the more that you give people a reason to want to do that because your product is worth it, the more likely that will happen. That's all that I'm saying. Is if they make something worth a damn, it will be more likely to be sold. It'll be more likely to be more popular than the previous generation, whether it's more expensive or not. Like, yeah, it'll be more expensive. Will less people get it? Sure. But will it make sense for them at the end of the day? Because that's what matters to them. And what matters to me is that everything works when I buy it. All the features are proper, they're being supported, and yada yada. So like if they do things right enough and make people feel correct, then I think sky's the limit. Now it's an expensive sky, but the sky is the limit for sure. Like
So-
there's expensive shit. People go rock out for the new Jordans. There's a line around the fucking building for some $200-$300 shoes. Ain't nothing normal about it. But all those motherfuckers, people are there every time a shoe drops. And those aren't casual people, but it's popular enough to make the news every time.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is not, they need more casual people.
But when people go to the stores, what shoes do they usually want?
Most people aren't buying Jordans.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what's the
absolutely not have
popular shoe that most people are talking about?
Listen, saying most people aren't buying Jordans is not really a point because enough people are buying Jordans
What
that
I'm
Michael
saying-
Jordan is a fucking billionaire
That's
and
not what I'm
he
saying.
doesn't get
What I'm
most of the
saying-
profit.
What I'm saying is we're talking entirely in the gaming realm. If you already have a PS whatever, like especially if you have a PS5, most people aren't going to. Oh, we've already seen the slowdown from PS4. PS5 is Xbox is cratered, and guess what? People aren't running out to buy PS5s. PS5 hasn't tripled its sales in comparison to Xbox. People just aren't buying these things, and that's.
But it made sense to the company, and the company can't stop bragging about their sales. And that's my point.
They know something, Cozy. They know something we don't.
You can
Is
increase
it
price on
outselling
people
the
that are
pre?
there, and then
Is it
you
outselling the
make more money.
PS2 or Switch? No. But are they happy with it? And is it going to continue the PlayStation tradition and keep them in business and keep them floating? Yep.
That's the
Maybe.
problem. That's what I'm saying. For now, things are working. They're not. No one is getting new players for real. That's the
Oh, yeah,
big
yeah.
problem. No one is getting new
Definitely.
players.
The numbers are
They're
going
just
down.
siphoning same people from the different fucking pool.
Yeah. So to Ham, to your point, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I lost it. I'm gonna be totally real with you. I lost it. I've fully lost it. I was like looking at something on my monitor and I completely lost it. I'll be totally real with you, bud. But no, go ahead. I'll get it.
All right.
I'll get it.
Welcome
Those
back,
facts.
Rachie. Hope you had a good one. Helix Prediction 1.2 USD.
Oh no, so to your point, like
Okay, go ahead,
I
bro.
could see the next Xbox being more popular than what we have now. But like at the price that we expect it to be at, I don't think it would sell more. But like the general sentiment around Xbox, I would imagine if they do the things that they seem to be saying they're going to do, focusing on affordability and openness, I think for sure the general sentiment around Xbox will be a lot better. Meaning, like, it is a more popular device, but is it going to sell more at the price that it's at? Probably not. Unless the price is, like, stupid low somehow by some miracle. But, like, probably won't sell more than the current consoles have. But I think, to your point, like, popularity, yeah, it probably will be more popular than what is currently available, especially amongst a group of people that the current thing isn't popular. Like all the people who really care about PC don't care about an Xbox right now. But if you make the Xbox a PC, that
Now
becomes
we're talking.
infinitely that makes it infinitely more interesting to those people. It's like, will
Mhm.
they get it? Are they guaranteed to get it? No, but are they more likely to get it than they were when it was just a console? Absolutely.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Ham, do you have anything to add there before we
No.
carry on with the article? Okay, so we're done with the exclusives. Let's continue to the next part, which has a more focus on AI. It's less clear what the leadership's comments could mean in relation to
Yay.
AI. Soon after her appointment, not he appointment. Fuck. God damn it. All right.
Wait, where's he
Shama,
appointment?
it says here,
Oh, oh,
he appointment.
damn.
AI article.
Shama.
Yeah. Who wrote
Alright,
this?
settle down.
VGC?
Settle. Yeah, it's VGC. Settle down, cozy. The fact that there is a typo is probably evidence that it wasn't an AI article.
Yeah.
Although I was in a forum with some people, I'm not gonna say who, with some people that also write articles, and they were like, sometimes you do input fake typos on purpose. Sometimes you put in fake typos on purpose because even the editors are now running our articles through AI detection tools. So that's fun. I don't know. Anyways, Sharma, a former AI executive, claimed she would not enforce the use of generative AI on developers and flood our ecosystem with slop. The letter to staff goes on to lay out Xbox's priorities. Okay, so before we carry on here, uh, this is very short on AI. We don't get all the details. Do you guys believe that we're not going to get AI slop from the AI executive?
Uh, uh,
Come on,
do
be
I
honest,
think
man.
we're not gonna get AI slop ever? Here's
No,
the
no,
thing.
no.
I'm what?
Do you think we're not going to get? And I know I'm tabling this to put you in a very difficult position, but I think it's fair. I
Sure,
think it's fair. Do
go
you
for it.
think we're not going to get AI slop from the company now led by a former AI executive?
Here's the thing I'll say to answer. My real answer to that is I have no fucking clue. But the more poignant one is I find it interesting that as soon as she got hired, the first thing she said was that uh like you don't have to worry about whatever she said, but like generally you don't have to worry about AI slop. Like we're not trying to generate AI slop in our games. Was like one of the first statements she made being hired. So
Mm-hmm.
like because whenever she was hired, I and a lot of other people saw where she was coming from, and I was like, eh. And also it being Microsoft, I'm just like, you know, here we go. Here
Mm-hmm.
comes the really bad part. And so
Yep.
far, So far, she's doing a really good job. Again, things can change, but up to this point, she's doing everything that she seems to. She's doing everything that she needs to be doing, at least seemingly so. So, I mean, will we see AI slop? Here's the thing. That's a really tough question because in 10 years, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of AI slop
Yep.
from many
Indie
people.
devs.
Exactly. So like
Yeah.
you're seeing that now, honestly, but it's like, are we going to see like each and every Xbox game just riddled with just dumb slop made by AI? I don't think so. I would like to think no, but it's interesting that that was the first thing she said when she got her job.
That's not what's going to happen.
What's that?
No, it's interesting that that's the first thing she said when she
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
job.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. Makes sense. Cozy, are
I
we
mean,
getting AI slop?
eventually, yeah, but I mean that's the thing she has to say specifically because uh the audience that you know they're talking to like a lot of like the current audience, and you gotta say all the things you need to say to the current audience.
Well, you think the kids won't care?
Absolutely
No,
don't care.
no, they don't care. If anything, the
Wow.
kids kind of probably think it's funny whenever, like, because you look at the engagement that just straight up bullshit AI gets online.
Yeah, it's
People
nuts.
think it's hilarious, and it's a lot of kids, and they love that shit. So they don't care. They really don't care.
Ham, we getting AI slop?
Um, from Asha Sharma, no, because she's not a developer.
Mm-hmm.
From other development companies, probably. The whole thing is like she gets the okay factor to a game, sure. Is she a gamer like that though? No. And we know that. So
Yeah.
could AI slop go over her head? Absolutely. So could it happen? Absolutely. Do I
Do you think
think it's
it's
going to happen with tentpole titles? Probably not.
no? Okay.
I feel like it would happen with new titles. I don't feel like Gears of War you're going to get AI slop from. I don't feel
Halo.
like Forza you're going to get AI slop from. I don't feel like whatchamacallit, what's that Clockwork Revolution's going to have anything like that, right?
Yeah.
I could see a spin-off of a game having something like that. I could see like if they came out with oh man, this might hurt some people's feelings. I could see if they came out with like a Gears Tactics. Yeah.
Ooh.
A Halo Wars. Yeah. But for an actual Halo game, no. Actual Gears game, no. But I could totally see that with like either a side game or a new IP. I could see something like that slipping through the cracks every now and again.
I'd also think it would be studio dependent. Like studios
Mm-hmm.
that are better at getting out games are less likely to have to use AI.
Yep.
Yeah, so like you're not going to see that from Bethesda game.
All right. All right. Let's carry on.
I think the only
Uh,
tentpole thing you'd see that from is Call of Duty.
Call
You'll
of
see.
Duty.
In fact, that'll probably be the fucking testing ground for it.
Probably.
Yes,
If Black
I
Ops
agree.
7 was anything to go off of, that'll be ground zero for that shit.
Did you finish Black Ops 7?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I played,
Unfortunately, they didn't let
dude,
me.
dude. I played up until we got
Tried.
to a part where I did too, bud. I
No,
did
you
too.
didn't. I tried,
I
and you
promise
guys
you I
kept
did.
complaining and didn't want to do it, so we didn't.
That's because it was fucking terrible.
See, so you didn't try.
I did
You
try.
gave up.
We played that shit for like 2.5 hours. It was like, this is dog shit.
It
I'm
kind of
not playing
was,
that.
but I still was down to try to finish it. You guys
Oh,
just
dude,
gave
I'm
up.
good. I don't
You're like,
need it.
it's
I
off
don't.
my hard drive, and I was like, oh my god, here we go.
Yeah, you're right, because it was horrible. I'm not keeping it on my hard drive to finish that. But like,
No, it's
once you
totally
got,
fine.
once I started seeing giant knives fall out of the sky, and my guy was like tripping or whatever. I don't know what was happening.
No,
I
it
was
was
like,
pretty
Giant
okay.
terrible.
knives?
It was pretty bad.
I was
but-
like, dude, this shit stinks. And
Giant
and like, there's a lot of games that stink. Like, I've played games that stink. Like, I played Horizon Forbidden West. I beat it. I think that game is awful. I think it's terrible. I don't think there's really anything good about it outside of the visual fidelity of the game. But
he'd
with
rather
Call-
play Horizon over.
but
Call
with
of
Call-
Duty.
because here's the thing. At no point in my life did I ever like Horizon, even the first one, which was pretty good. Did I ever like Horizon as much as I like Call of Duty at its peak? So to see Call of Duty Black Ops 7 be what it is, compared to me loving it like crazy, Modern Warfare 1 and 2, it's like, it's every time I look at Call of Duty Black Ops 7, it's like I'm getting hit in the nuts, is what it feels like. And I don't like it. I really don't like it.
God, so dramatic.
It's
No,
terrible.
Matt, like,
It's
You
not
get
good,
it.
though.
You get it,
this
though.
is crazy. For me, this is crazy because Horizon is like a 30-hour experience if you just mainline. If you
And-
just
and-
mainline the main story.
It is.
Yeah, and let me be clear. I'm not saying that, like, oh, that means Horizon Forbidden West is great. It's not. It's terrible. But I'm just saying I don't have nostalgia for Horizon, so it doesn't hurt when I have to acknowledge that it's terrible. It hurts when I have to acknowledge that Call of Duty fucking stinks, because I used to love it. It used to be so goddamn good. And now it just... I don't know.
Now,
And I'm
now
just
it's
thinking, like, how
co-op.
bad,
We can
how
finish
bad
it.
do you have to be? That's what I'm thinking right now. Like, as Call of Duty, right? How bad is Call of Duty that 50-hour Horizon is better or is easier to
It's-
stick to compared to like a 6-hour experience? That's nuts.
It's I'm telling you, nostalgia plays a very big part in this, and they've kind of, or again, you know, Black Ops 6 was, I enjoyed Black Ops 6. I played it for 2-3 months. It was great. I had a lot of fun. Maybe the next Call of Duty is good, and if it is, then I'll grab it on sale or something, and we'll check it out. But like, I'm just, after Black Ops 7, give me a break. Just let me have a year off. Give me a year off. I don't want this shit. I don't want to see it.
Right. Okay. The letter to staff goes on to lay out Xbox's priorities going forward in the hard way. It says it wants to stabilize the series consoles as a healthy and high quality base, then deliver
Yay.
Project Helix to lead in performance and play your console and PC games. Big whoop for that one. And build a strong ecosystem that expands choice and reach. In content, Shama and Booty state their intention to grow and extend, quote, an enduring portfolio of franchises players love, evolve third-party partnerships, maintain and grow in live games, and expand in China and emerging markets. In services, it said it intends to fortify Game Pass with clear differentiation and sustainability economics, return the business to durable growth with strong cost discipline. This one's a big one. Return the business to durable growth with strong cost discipline. This one's important because it leans into something that I think Nintendo has been nailing forever, and indie devs are nailing on Steam, which is scope. If you can scope games well, you can have 1,000 games like Replaced, you can have 1,000 games like South of Midnight, and you only have to hit on 5 of them. You only have to hit on 5 of them, and then you've got legendary franchises all of a sudden. Continuing with the article, improve the cloud experience and acquire companies. Oh God, acquire companies. All right, acquire
Yay!
companies to acquire companies to accelerate growth where organic paths are too slow. Matt, are you happy with the idea of Xbox doing more acquisitions?
I I I can't even joke about that. I was gonna say I hope they buy like Respawn from EA, but I really don't.
Shit.
I really don't hope that. Honestly, honestly, just stick with what you got. I know you're not going to, but please, just stick with what you got. Please try it. Like you've got like 160 studios. Just let's relax
I
for
think
a
we're
little
good.
bit.
Yeah.
Chill out. Let them make. Why don't we get through this generation and then reevaluate things? Why don't we just get through this?
I disagree.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Really?
but
Yeah.
all
If,
all
if 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 said studio head wants to sell their studio, have at it.
sure. My whole thing is I just pray it's not and it's nobody I really care about because and I have a particular perspective on it because I was so elated when Microsoft bought but like all of Bethesda because Arcane now has a budget and instead of doing what they should have done with Arcane, canceling the fucking game and telling them to work on something else, they told them to hey, see it through and we'll get through this. And they saw it through. They put it out and they said that shit sucked. Get out of here. Do your fucking job. I don't whatever. I don't I'm particularly salty about that. I'm
Yeah,
particularly salty about that. That's all that is. So,
We could tell.
you know, is what it is.
it
History's
is.
history.
It is. I say if a business wants to be sold and they want Microsoft to be the buyer, then do it. If Microsoft, my whole thing is I don't mind them buying new studios. My whole thing is I want you to do it with a plan and not just to expand.
Not for the
I'm
sake of it.
totally
Yeah.
fine with you
Yeah.
buying studios. I felt like when you were buying these recent studios that you had a more formidable plan, but not really. I feel like it was more or less like we couldn't get exclusivity or PlayStation kept taking the exclusivity, so we just bought the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it
D-
felt like, right? So
yeah.
like you wouldn't allow us in the club, so we bought it.
Yes.
That's what it
Yeah.
felt like.
On some
So
Bruce Wayne
I'm
shit.
saying with the new leadership, I mean, as Loke says, prior performance, yada yada. But I'm anticipating. Well, we can't say that too much because there's not a whole lot of prior performance from this particular person. So maybe
Yeah.
we could
Sure.
scratch some of it off, but let's not scratch it all off because it's still Microsoft at the end of the day, right?
And yeah, and to your point of like buying the bar, the report, granted we don't know for sure if it's true, but like a ton of people reported it as if it were true. So like who knows? But like the whole thing with Starfield was like PlayStation was ready to make that exclusive. And then Microsoft apparently found out about that and they're like, no. No, 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 no. And their response to that was, we'll just fucking buy ZeniMax.
Yeah.
That was their response to that. Is
Not much of
it's
a plan there.
like yeah, just to like kind of panic, be like, okay, how can we do this? Okay, well, Bethesda's owned by ZeniMax. We could make ZeniMax a bid for Bethesda, or we could just fucking buy ZeniMax, and that's what they did. So it's like you got what you wanted with Bethesda, which is great, but also you
Hmm.
got a bunch of other things that you didn't really seem to want. Like you got Tango GameWorks, like what happened to Tango? You got Arcane. Arcane, I love Arcane, but their games, let's be real, they're not big sellers. I totally understand that. That wasn't your priority in that deal. Arcane was not your priority. Uh, the Elder Scrolls Online team wasn't your priority. Your priority was Bethesda and maybe id Software for id Tech. But like outside of that, it wasn't. None of that was your priority. It was just Bethesda. and you bought the whole of ZeniMax for it, which is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, I agree that it was nuts. But I'm thinking, reading this article and where it's saying, improve cloud experience and acquire companies to accelerate growth. It, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like maybe but maybe I could be wrong. That they kind of have an idea of a direction that they want to go compared to the prior one where it's just like buy, buy, buy,
Yeah.
just the most expensive in the most eye-opening experiences that we could possibly get over here real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like the new businesses that they could buy won't be near as big as the last few.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, it'd be tough to do anyway. Like, who would you buy that would even be close to as big as? I mean, Rockstar, but you're never buying Rockstar. But like,
I don't know, bro.
they're not buying Rockstar.
No.
They're not.
Dude.
That's not. That's not.
I'm
Rockstar
not.
will make a console before they allow somebody
Exactly.
to buy them.
The Rockstar would literally make a console where you can only play Rockstar games before they think about selling to Xbox or Microsoft, like, or anybody for that matter. They don't need to. So like, but like, yeah, if they're buying someone else, it probably wouldn't even be a publisher for real. It'd probably just be like the studio. At once upon a time, I would have loved for them to buy is Techland. I think Techland makes just historically makes a lot of sense. They do a lot of marketing with Xbox. They seem to have a really good partnership. It makes sense on paper if they were to acquire a studio. Techland would
You know
probably
what
be one
would
of
be
the
a
studios.
banger? Is
Sega.
if they bought the people, if they bought Munfish, that'd be fucking nuts.
That'd be wild to see Munfish with a huge budget
Who's
like
Munfish?
Atomic Heart.
Atomic Heart.
Oh.
And
That would be
Atomic Heart 2 with like it already seems like that's going to be huge, but if you gave Atomic Heart 2 a stupid budget, like a doesn't make sense kind of budget, then that game would
Look at what they
that
did with the first one.
That shit's
game would be stupid.
that shit. It would be impressive.
It'd be nuts. I would love to see that.
It's already impressive. It'd be
Dude,
Exactly.
uncontainable, possibly.
I'm kind of salty you brought that up because I kind of forgot about Atomic Heart 2 and now I just want to watch the trailer. Now I just want to see a trailer again, which is a problem. That shit looks so great.
Might have to tie a couple 5090s together to get that game going.
Running DLSS 6.
Cozy.
Yes.
Since we're here messing around with these, we're kicking the tires on acquisitions because clearly,
I know.
Asha.
I think it's worked out well for some studios.
Hmm.
But I would rather them work with what they have, or if they're going to get a studio that can just handle that has a lot of flexibility in handling franchises that they already own.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point,
That they
actually.
can work on. Like, oh, this game, for example, like while the focuses on Gears, they could have a studio that's like a studio that they own that's just like you guys can do the Gears tactics. You guys can do Viva Pinata.
You gotta keep
I just
throwing
want
that in
things to
there.
come out faster,
Jeez.
and if they can, and if they can get more teams, or whatever, or yeah, if they can get more people and more teams together to make things come out quicker, i.e., Elder Scrolls or Fallout or the next Halo game or whatever benefits me as a consumer is what I want.
Yep.
Sure.
That's it. Full stop.
Sure.
Rachie actually said something about that as well. Like they need to bring down the amount of time that we have to wait for these games because it's taking too long.
Yes.
I mean
Xbox.
that's not even just an Xbox. That's like a AAA industry wide thing at this point. Like I
Not
mean
really. Like Sucker Punch, for example. Like
What about
the
Sucker Punch?
the successor to Ghost of Tsushima didn't take 10 years.
Sure,
The
but
Spider-Man
what? But
successor
on
also didn't take 10 years.
okay,
The God of War successor didn't take 10 years.
okay, but then also
The Wolfenstein, the reboot of Wolfenstein didn't take 10 years. Doom didn't take 10 years.
sure, but also what do all those things have in common? The base is already there. Like remember when God of War came out and everybody it was dumb as shit, but everybody was like, this just looks like DLC. It's like, well, no shit. They're using assets from the last game. That's how you cut down on development time. But
Reuse assets. Like that lets me know. That whole conversation let me know that
Okay,
people had
it's
exactly,
no
Starfield.
idea how
Starfield is
anything worked because no one remakes assets for every. No one remakes assets
exactly.
they don't
How,
have.
but here's a little piece I'll throw into Loke's corner. 33 people made Claire Obscure in
But it was
6 years.
also more than 33 people because there was a lot of teams helping with that. Like
no, no, no.
their
It
team
was
is 33 people.
33. It
They're
was
30.
33 developers and a whole bunch of QA. We have to
But
be
there was
specific. It was 33 developers.
okay. But I'm saying
Yeah,
their
it says
team.
right here, team structure developed by a relatively small team compared to typical AAA, often reported as
That's fair.
around 30 core developers. That's
Yeah.
my point. 30 developers compared to what?
Thousands?
But also, how long was that game in development?
6 years.
6 years.
Okay,
So that's
it's like
33 people compared to some teams that
that's
have
true.
hundreds or thousands.
But the,
That's
the,
true.
So we're
if
talking
logic
about turning
tracks,
something over
yeah,
quickly. We want it
he's
to be
right.
turned over quickly. We're expecting more people to be there and to have solid direction in what they're supposed
Yeah.
to be doing to
Sure.
churn out a game. If 33 people are beating you to make a game of the year in 6 years and you have thousands of people on your team, that is embarrassing.
I guess
What's the guess about it? Let's see.
because there's
33
games
people in a 33 people in the military beating 1,500 people. Is that not
but
embarrassing?
not every studio's doing the same thing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of studios that do the size and scope of game like a Claire Obscure that
I agree
have
with you.
hundreds of more people and don't have near the depth.
Or just do incredible work. I mean, if you look at Obsidian, they started out on Grounded with 13 people. That was 13. The full expanded team was 18.
Damn.
So
And that's what I'm saying. A clear direction would be great. And if you want to
I
make
agree
a
with that.
massive game with with a clear direction, I think if a lot of people are on board to do it correctly, that'd be dope to see.
I
And
totally
it'd
agree
be
with
dope
that.
to see Microsoft engineer something like that because they do have the capital to do that versus somebody like a Rockstar, which obviously has the capital to do that, but has no problem with taking their time. Xbox is not in a place to where they can take their time like a Rockstar. They got to get their shit in gear and get some stuff going. So to see something like acquiring more companies to get something, if you have a solid direction, I say do that shit. If you don't have a solid direction, then I agree with you, Matt. Stick with the small team that you got. There's no reason to get bigger, but if you're getting bigger for a reason, green light.
But so to your point about them not or needing Xbox needing to do that. And let me be clear, I totally agree about the direction. I think Xbox for a lot of the generation and maybe even a lot of last generation didn't have too much direction, quite frankly. Whether that's like just Xbox as a whole or individual studios within Xbox, we can go to Halo Studios numerous times throughout the process of Halo Infinite. But like, also to the point of like they're in a position where they like Rockstar doesn't need to and they need to. Rockstar wasn't Publisher of the Year. Xbox is Publisher of the Year, and they'll probably be Publisher of the Year again, and probably again after that. It's like they're in a position where it's like, what I'm saying is I don't think they're in that dire of a position when it comes to that. Like, in terms of like the output of games or whatever the hell, they're not in a dire position. I agree with you that they definitely need more direction within their studios, specific ones more than others. Cozy brought up Obsidian. I think Obsidian does just fine. I think Obsidian is kind of crushing it, honestly. They're probably the studio for Xbox that's crushing it the most this generation. But like, in terms of like, I don't know, go to Bethesda or something, it doesn't surprise me that Elder Scrolls is taking 10 years. It really doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that we, like our conversation earlier about getting the next Fallout when I'm in my 40s. It doesn't surprise me that that's probably going to happen. It really doesn't.
I'm sure as a manager, Asha probably thinks it's cool, but doesn't love a bunch of Obsidian people running around Playground helping them. A bunch of people
Sure.
from Bethesda
Yes.
running around and helping somebody, you know, on on Clockwork Revolution. And that's
Okay,
the way
yeah.
I'm kind of looking at this. Like, yo, they're pulling people away from teams that have a game to work on their game to get that pushed out. To me, that is extremely inefficient.
Yeah. You could also throw in, they're not around anymore, but you could throw in the Initiative. And it wasn't their studio, but the Initiative bringing on Crystal Dynamics to help make a game that eventually
Yes.
just got canceled. So you can throw that in there as well.
Yeah. You absolutely can throw that
And
in.
I totally agree with you when it comes to that. Fully agree.
Because that's a lot of waste. Because you got to keep in mind, you got to pay a lot for an extra team to come in there to do work that you're already paying your team to do.
Yes.
It's just so inefficient. So,
Yeah.
like, when I read that, I look at that and I hope that they have a plan. And with that idea, it can make more of these studios focus on what they need to do instead of hopping all over each other whenever, oh yeah, we need to get this out. Let's get 3 other fucking development companies in here to help out with these 3 different areas. That sounds not great.
Yeah. I hope they have a plan too. If they're buying more stuff.
We can only hope. Richie says croissant people defeated the avocado toast people in 2025.
That's tough.
Yep. That one definitely fits. That one definitely fits. Anyways, we are 22 minutes over our allotted 2 hour
23
2
minutes.
hour, yeah, 23 minutes over our allotted 2 hour section here of the show. So we're gonna hop on out of her. Thank you to everyone for coming through. We really, really, really appreciate y'all making the time to come into the comment section. If you're watching this after the live, don't forget to smash the like button. It really helps us out in the algorithm. Thank you to everyone for coming through. Matt, please plug your channel. Tell people where they can find you and what you're up to.
You can find me on YouTube, Matt Likes Games. I actually made videos, plural, like multiple videos.
Shocking.
Yeah, I've probably made more videos in the last week than I've made in like the last 3 months. It
What?
feels like. You can find that on Matt Likes Games, and then also the Game Drain. I put a video out there as well. So Matt Likes Games and the Game Drain. That's where you can find me pretty much, and also here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm actually planning. I've been planning to react to all those videos, Matt. I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts.
You've got thoughts
I
about
shall
my
be
videos.
reacting
You
to
watched them and you have
yes,
thoughts.
I have thoughts. I wanted to put it in the comment section, but I'm like, nah. I'm gonna do this.
No, honestly, you can do
on
it live,
video.
but also put it in the comment section. Get the engagement up
All right.
on
Will
the
do.
game drain, right?
No. I saw a couple of notifications on the Matt Likes Games channel.
Oh, that's all Series S stuff. What do you have thoughts about that for?
Why you posting? Why you posting?
Why? Because I need videos for my. I thought you were talking
Well,
about. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the game drain one.
all
I
right.
was like, God damn, I'm
You know what?
interested to hear those thoughts.
I'm gonna go to the game drain one as well. I'll make the time. Don't
God
worry.
bless you.
I'll make the time for you, bud. Cozy,
Yes.
tell people where they can find you,
You can
or what
find
you're up to,
me
etc.
with your mom's ashes.
Jesus.
No.
Good Lord.
There's no visas for Americans to Mozambique. You should know this, Cozy. So you're not getting anywhere close to my mom's precious ashes. Go ahead.
Or precious what?
Ashes. Oh my lord,
Cool.
Cozy. Oh
Multiple?
my goodness. Matt, shut the fuck up. That's messed
Multiple?
up. That's
You can
messed
find
up.
me here on Thursdays. When I get back to wasting
Rise.
days.
Wise.
And then you can find me wherever you find Cozy Belugas. I'll get Matt that one. It's gonna just have to be one a month. One video a month.
One a month.
One
Oh,
video.
video?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. One a month. I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing. One a month on there.
I've been insanely busy. I have no life. Anyway, yeah.
That's
All
all
right.
good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Ham, take us out.
Yeah, as usual, thanks everybody for sliding through. Hopefully, you guys had a chance to hit the like button, share the stream out if you get the opportunity, but definitely subscribe so you can come back, see us talk some more shit about some gaming. But, anyways, we're going to get up out of here. Been here for about 2.5 hours, and it's been a good time, but as you know, we got to go. This is your boy Ham Solo signing out from TSWS Gaming, letting you know, as usual, to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Peace.
Yeah.
See ya.